So, this is going to be the last location we check for today while we still have some daylight. This is where me and my nephew actually stumbled in. Those big old huge brown hickory chickens I was telling you about while he was in here looking for these. Actually back on down this way, probably about 15-20 feet is where he about stepped on that big brown one that led us to finding the other 29-30 that we did find that day. Which I've been in here finding a few little medium-sized, gray ones here and there. As far as any of the big old huge fist-sized brown ones being up, I've not seen any up yet, but we'll see if we can find anything, regardless if I don't find any more at this point. It's been a good day hiking around, getting some exercise, and just getting some fresh air and getting out of the house. So let's just kind of mosey up through here and see what we can find. Hopefully we'll find a few more, but if not, it's all good. At this point, I'm satisfied. So let's journey on up through here, shall we? I don't have to come too far up in here to find one. It ain't none of the big old monster fist-sized brown ones I was hoping would be up, but nonetheless, it's still a nice looking hickory chicken. Probably find a few more in these briars. As we go on up through here, we might start finding a few more, but last year whenever we came in here, there was some ridiculous, just humongous mushrooms. Let's get a nice little ground level shot of that. So what I've been finding in here this year thus far, I'm still hoping and praying that what me and my nephew found in here last year will come up, but these are good for now. It's really nice and quiet up in here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the vehicles on the 4-lane in the background, but we're not too far from the highway, and we're really not too far from the actual house. But we got a little ways to go up in here before we call it a day. Hope y'all been enjoying it thus far. I hate to be back here walking around the woods talking to myself and you're not being enjoying it, but it is what it is. Like I said, earlier in the intro, this based on what my doctor told me. He didn't recommend it, that I had to stop doing what I was doing. It's just best to relax and take it easy and just not overexert myself throwing. Hope when I go back here this week for my follow-up, things will be good and I won't have to go back in. It's a scary thing, it being a nerve condition. Possible aggravated or damaged nerve in your side or back. In hindsight, though, 8 years of doing some of the ridiculous throws that I've done, time will catch up with you doing stuff like that. Y'all have heard me mention it several times, just how mentally exhausting and physically demanding it is to just be able to keep doing stuff like that consistently. Hope when I go back in, though, after, 2 weeks of taking this medication, that it'll be all fine and dandy, and I can at least get back to doing some competition-style oriented throwing as far as throwing content goes, but I might have to actually hang it up on doing the crazy shit. And that's an unwilling admission, but we'll see whenever I go in for my follow-up appointment what the deal is. But let's get back to easing our way up in here. So we can find about maybe 5 to 10 more and call it a day before we lose daylight. And another nice size looking little mushroom. Still not quite finding any of the big boys, but like I said, as long as we're finding a little something, I'm happy. It'd have been nice if I'd have found a big one in that briar thicket. Alright, let's continue on up through here. The mushroom is so small you can barely see it on cam. Starting to get a little smaller. So I'll probably have to wait for another real good rainstorm in the sun to pop them big brown ones out. Still kind of early in the season for hickory chickens, but the fact that I've been finding them the last 3 or 4 days consistently every time I come in here is nice. Well, let's continue on up through here and see if we can't find a few more. I may not even go all the way to the top. I might go about midways up and call it a day. I don't want to get too greedy foraging for hickory chickens, but I also don't want to leave them out too long. So, the fresher you can get them, the better eating they are. But if you don't get to them in time, they end up drying up to nothing or rotting away depending on the weather conditions and the temperature. Let's get on up there here and see if we can't find a few more. Well, sadly, after coming all the way up through there, we didn't find anything after that last one we came across, but hey, it's all good. I found some nice snuff mushrooms that I think my friend will be satisfied with. And you know, the fact that I've been coming here for 3 days straight and still found something in here, you know, that's a good sign. Still early. Couple more showers here in April. You know, along with some nice sunny, humid days. Don't doubt that there'll be some more to pop up when the circumstances and conditions are right. But we'll get back to the house, check out what we got as far as the spoils of this little journey goes, and wrap up the vlog. Give you a nice little shot down in here before we leave. It's really nice and quiet back in here. Ain't a whole lot of anything blooming and budding yet, but you can see a few trees, some blossoms and whatnot. Got some mayapple coming up right there. Still pretty early as far as hickory chick hunting goes. Like I said, there's some other locations I can go, but this just being so close to home and convenient, figure why not make a little vlog out of it. There's some really nice woodland back here in this holler. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the house, wrap this up. Well, I'll be damned. This is something I didn't know about, and kind of glad I stumbled upon it right when I was fixing to wrap it up there and leave. End up running into these. Some black hickory chickens. I might have to start combing and searching this area right quick for a minute. It's nice to actually start finding locations where I can, you know, find hickory chickens somewhat steadily. I didn't even know these were in here. Just pure randomness to find those. Even if it's just 3, it's worth peeling around here and looking. They seem fairly fresh. That one's been up for at least a day or 2. That one right there has been up for a day. I can tell it's still got a fresh, moist feel to it. That one's still good to pick though. Right whenever I was done and ready to go back to the house. Yeah, look at this. This is what I'm talking about right here. That one's really bad dried. We'll leave that and this right here alone. Those are no good. Ah, shit. What's this back here that I've walked right by? What? No way. This is crazy. I didn't even know black hickory chickens came up in here. See, there's like different species of morels. I mean, you got, I don't know the exact names, but you can find, you know, gray, white, you know, brown, black. That's crazy, man. I've probably, damn, they're everywhere in here. I didn't even know these came up. I've been walking by these the whole fucking time, man. Alright, let's, here I was fixing to end the video, and I'm gonna have to walk around here right quick. I'm gonna stop and, get what's good and fresh, and we'll show you the money shot of the spoils. Damn, man, I can't, well, at least I know they're here now, and I can come in here and look for them. God, how many times have I walked by this shit? Alright, I'll be back in a minute, y'all. I'll be back. It's getting a little dark, but pretty much found everything that I could find that was up. That just goes to show you. I've came through here, in and out this way like 50 times over, and never ever encountered any black hickory chickens or morels up in here. Let's get a count right quick how many I found that were fresh and pickable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I might have to come back up in here on this flat and actually span out a little bit and look. I've not ever found one single black hickory chicken back in here until today. It's a good little pile. So my friend's got some variety. You can pick a batch of brown and gray ones, or he can pick between the black ones here. There's about 3 or 4. You can see that one right over there. That one sadly is unpickable and eatable. There's one out from it right there. They've definitely been up for a couple of days, that's for sure. That right there is what makes coming in the woods really exciting for me. Let me fix this. It's stuff like that right there that really makes this enjoyable. It's random little finds like that. We've lost a lot of daylight, you know, but still, this goes to show you. Alright, let's get out of here. It was a good day's good day of mushrooming for sure. Shrooming it up. That's what we got gathered up in the last 3 days. A little pile of mushrooms in there, still fairly fresh. We'll get a better look at today's findings. Mom traded a few out of this bag for a couple of black ones, but still nonetheless, a good day's hunting. Friend should be very well satisfied with that bushel of mushrooms. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed peeling around in the woods with me, looking around for some mushrooms and whatnot. But yeah, have a good one. Peace.